Hello there, Sagittarius, Sagittarius rising, and of course all of you Sagittarius moon people out there. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting December. Wow, I've been so good about this whole time. January 13th, 2020. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, should you ever wish to get a session with me, you do need to go on ahead to my website. It's called integrativemysticism.com, or of course you may also just simply follow the links below. So what's going on when it comes to your astrology over the course of the coming week? Well, on Wednesday we've got Venus, planet of love, affection, and harmony, in your 4th house of home and family, forming a gorgeous sextile to Uranus in your 6th house of work, reputation, and your schedule. And it looks like some kind of very positive news that is coming to you through a home or family bit of business is actually going to be creating a little bit of a disruption or a bit of an altered course when it comes to the way you make your money, handle your work, handle your schedule, your tasks, your professional commitments. And this actually is going to be an answer to maybe some headaches that have been going on in this area of your life. This could be good news coming in regards to maybe household income, household material comforts. Sometimes with the Venus energy here, we might even be hearing about some good news coming through a partner's income as well. But this will be a bit shaky. Uranus is shaking things up as far as where we can divide our time and trying to get us into a place where it is most beneficial for all concerned. Now, this could be something that, again, could be still seen as a breakthrough, but it could be a bit of a tense midweek energy, just because a lot of the times with Uranus involved, even good things can kind of fall in funny places and be a little bit disruptive. Now, with Uranus also being in that 6th house, we are trying to change how you actually commit yourself to perform, to do work for people. And maybe this influx of good comfort, or again, whatever happy changes are coming to the home and family front, are going to make it easier, but at the same time, we are breaking a norm that basically became second nature to us as well. On Friday, we have Mercury, planet of communications, haste, and speed, in your 3rd house of communications, pacts, promises, and commitments, as well as interactions with siblings, cousins, members of your family within your generation, forming a gorgeous sextile to Chiron, which is in your 5th house of love and romance and your relationships with your children. And it looks like there is something going on where a quest, a promise, or a major errand is fulfilled in a big victory with the assistance of a third party, which allows you to actually maybe even confront or deal with some kind of pervasive challenge being faced with or by a partner or one of our kids. Now, this can also be actually an interesting aspect because Chiron can go back a ways in his influence. When we talk about Mercury involved, this could be possibly a person helping us to solve an age-old issue as it relates to our love lives, or maybe even find an answer to a long-standing challenge that one of our children, or again, a sweetheart, has been facing. So be prepared. A lot of you Sagittarius people are stepping up into more of a heroic role this week. Before we get onto the cards, I want to remind everyone that I have actually put out videos about the eclipse and the Saturn conjunct Pluto energy that has been kind of hitting hard over the course of this weekend and will be staying with us for a good long time. And I've actually extracted them from the monthly horoscopes on my Patreon. And if you have not seen that in your subscription feeds, you can always just go to my main channel page by clicking on my profile avatar below, or you can go to the video link that I'm also including in the description bar on how to find videos you're having a hard time finding. And basically it'll tell you, according to each sign, what this is going to do, what's going to happen with these eclipses and the Saturn conjunct Pluto energy. So moving on from there, let's talk about what's happening with your cards. Now again, I look at the top row, and it does feel like the touch of heroism is coming into your life. We've actually got for your spiritual themes the 5 of Swords in reverse, bringing in peace, becoming a peacemaker, peace enforcer. and a dissolver of conflict is in it for you. In fact, with the Five of Swords in reverse, a lot of you Sagittarius people may actually be finding that you have a chance to actually get relationships on the right track of all kinds, not just romance, but again, familial, friendships, professional. In fact, with the spiritual theme of with the Five of Swords reversed, it seems like a lot of you are going to be ending a lot of ongoing wars and battles this week. And as we get to the influx of the Hierophant card reversed, a big part of it has to do with breaking away from old rules, tearing down old structures, maybe getting away from old maybe traditions, ways of doing things, or even patterns that have become very fixed in these relationships, in these groups, in these collectives. In fact, the Outflux card with the Emperor card upright is ultimately indicating that we're actually throwing down, either literally or figuratively, the ruling of an authority figure or somebody who has sort of run maybe a bit your business, your household, or your family, or what have you, as sort of a ruler that maybe they're not necessarily a bad ruler. We're not saying everyone's bad, but we may have to overthrow or dissolve some kind of way or policy of doing things according to an old sensibility that is no longer applicable to what we want for ourselves now. So this could indicate maybe choices not to carry on your relationship the way, you may have seen parents carry on a relationship, choosing to maybe raise your children in a household very different than the one that you were raised in. Sometimes this has to do with, yes, overthrowing or knocking down or just eliminating the power or authority another person or couple of people have over you. Either way, this is the week where a lot of Sagittarius people are not even just doing it for themselves. And let's not forget that Mercury sextile to Chiron. You have help in this. You're also doing it for your friends, you're also doing it for your partners, and for your kids. So what's going on when it comes to the bottom row with the mundane? Well, we've actually got, for your material concerns, the Page of Pentacles in reverse. And there seems to be something going on where, again, a commitment to a certain discipline, a commitment to a certain type of work, or maybe a project you're working on gets scrapped. And in the beginning, again, not everyone takes this kind of news the same way. This might be seen as a good thing to one person, and another person may, find it a bit threatening. But with the Page of Pentacles reversed, this scrapping is going to be of something that was never going to pay off in the first place. It was never going to reach a positive fruition, or quite possibly it's something that ultimately would not be worth the time, energy, and money being sunk into it. And a lot of you may be finding that you are getting spared in that respect. The Page of Pentacles reverse can bring some disappointments, however, when it comes to delays, when it comes to maybe a job situation, an application, something that you're trying to move forward with. There's nothing wrong with what you're aiming towards, but again, look at the protocol. Look at the approach you're taking to get there and get it. The Hierophant card reversed. Breaking with tradition might be something you want to consider if you really want it that badly. When it comes to the external, when it comes to friends, relatives, and maybe the other people in your life, we again have help coming your way. The King of Cups is coming in. This is not just you coming in as a conquering hero. I guess it's more of a buddy film. With the King of Cups, we actually have somebody working hard to sort of mend bridges with you. Now, they might have bridges to mend with you, or they may be helping you in some way, right? Are they helping us overthrow this emperor or this hierophant? Are they helping us to maybe rebuild after we've done the work ourselves? That remains to be seen. I have a feeling this King of Cups is absolutely influenced by this Mercury moving into your third house, which can ultimately indicate helpful third parties. In fact, with the King of Cups, a lot of the times we also see somebody who is willing to sort of do a lot of the difficult social, emotional, and psychological work when it comes to communicating with people, maybe workshopping with people, getting people to start actually opening up and problem solving in a much more personal and intimate way. And it does feel like a lot of this stuff is going to require us to kind of go there. We can't handle this like some kind of administrator, and so their help should be welcomed. Now, when it comes to love and to romance and your relationships, we actually have the Page of Wands upright, and gorgeous enough, it does look like a lot of you Sagittarius people are finding kind of a new spark, a new flame when it comes to the pursuit of romance. A lot of you who are single and looking may actually develop a new crush or a new interest based on and around some kind of mutual artistic or even spiritual passion. In fact, with the Page of Wands upright, it could be through the exploration of this mutual interest that we even meet this person. For those of you who are currently coupled, a new passion coming towards the relationship is actually allowing you and your sweetheart to really start revving up new engines with each other. There seems to be a bit of a turn on through coming out through this work, through this new excursion, this new adventure. And again, it's almost like a new healthy obsession. I know that sounds kind of oxymoronic, but it's something that comes through and allows you and your partner to also have a new thing to work into your everyday. It's not just a pastime though, it's a passion. So that is your horoscope. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever wish to get a session with me, just go on ahead to my website. It's called integrativemysticism.com.